guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Happy 2018 again. So we're here for our mid-monthly reading for the month of January 2018. Before I get into information about this month's reading, I just wanted to give a couple of quick announcements. First, to my returning subscribers, thank you very much for all of your wonderful comments that you've been leaving me. I really do appreciate your comments, your likes, and also for subscribing to the channel. For new viewers, I hope that you enjoy the reading, and if so, please feel free to share the video, and also please subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos, so you won't have to keep coming on and trying to find me. It will just appear as a notification. I did, at the beginning of January, I did the first giveaway, the full moon giveaway. So I had a winner for that one. She will be getting a 1-question reading coming to her. And this month, for those of you who did not participate and would like to, there's a second chance. We'll be having a second full moon at the end of January. So be looking out for the extra video that I put out on that full moon to find out how you can enter into the drawing and win your own free personalized reading. So stay tuned for that. Also, just another note about subscribers. I'm doing a special sort of push to get subscribers. So when I reach, my goal is to reach 5,000. And when and if I do, I will be doing a very special video for that. And I'll be giving away to do a drawing. And the person who wins the drawing will be getting a free reading for the remainder of the year for 2018. So depending on when I reach the 5,000 subscribers, if I reach it, within the next few weeks or a month, then that person will receive, a free monthly personalized tarot reading for the rest of 2018 for each of the months of the year. So be looking out for that. So please, I do ask that you share the videos, subscribe if you haven't, help me reach this goal. I would be very grateful if you could. Okay, so to get into our reading, I'll be doing a mid-monthly reading today, focusing mainly on the areas of romance and relationships, and then career and finance. Okay, and it will be an individual reading for each of the signs, but looking at those two specific areas. For the main reading, for the romance and relationships portion, I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And for the career and finance portion of the reading, I will use the Good Tarot deck, also by Colette Baron-Reid. And then I'll be pulling a couple of oracle cards to accompany the reading in order to save time. I will be shuffling, meditating, and pulling, already laying out the spread off camera just to really save us a little bit of time so we can get into the reading and try to keep it around the, 30-minute mark. So that's why you won't see the shuffle for this mid-monthly. Okay? All right. Well, again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in 1 second for your individual sign reading. Thanks for now. Hi, Pisces. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful first part of January. So we're here to get into your mid-monthly reading. As you can see, I've already laid out your spreads. I've shuffled off camera. And for some reason, your reading took forever to shuffle. Like the cards just were not wanting to come out. When they did, they were amazing. I mean, I think your reading is probably the best reading out of all the signs so far, and I've done nearly all of them. So, yeah, but it just took me forever shuffling, so I don't know why the messages were taking longer to come through for your sign, but I think that you will like the messages once we get into them. So we're going to get into first the cards that you see along the back here, and off to the side, this is the career and finance part of the reading, and then we'll switch to the love and romance relationships portion. So you have, in the past position, the Ace of Earth. This would be the Ace of Pentacles. In the present position, you have the Page of Fire. And in the future position, the outbound energy for the month of January leading into February, you have another Ace, the Ace of Fire. So you have the Page of Fire surrounded by 2 aces. And then your overall energy for the next 2 weeks. I love this card. I swear this is one of my favorites out of the deck. I probably say that when I hold up each of the cards because I just love this deck, but it's the 10 of water. This is the 10 of cups. And I will get, after we go through these cards, and I'll get to the oracle cards. But beginning with the Ace of Earth. Now, as this card appears in the past position, this could be, this could go back to something that's happened over the last couple of weeks, even going back into the end of December or into December time. But the Earth suit is the suit of Pentacles, which has to do with the material things in life, right? So it has to do with our homes, has to do with education, has to do with our material possessions, and really how the sort of material results that we see here in the world of form, in the material realm. So the tangible things, the things that we can touch and feel. So the work that we do, the money that we get paid, the material possessions that we are able to, to get using the money that we get paid. Aces are new beginnings. They're also yes cards, right? And you have, like I was saying, you have 2 aces here. So this Ace of Earth, usually it has to do with a new beginning of some kind. So this could have been, over the last couple of weeks. This could have been something new coming in, right? A new job offer, some type of new financial endeavor, or something bringing in more financial stability. And you can see look how stable this the animal looks here, right? Look at him. Looking so stable. So it's very secure. So I get the feeling that there might have been some type of new offer, but it was a very secure, very concrete kind of offer possibly coming in. The Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Earth sometimes has to do with reaching a milestone, reaching a goal. So this could have been, within your work sector, you reaching a particular goal, whatever that means to you. This could have been you, going out for a promotion, or maybe you just had like a sales goal that you had to reach. It's something, but it's something that's tangible since this is Earth energy. So, this could have been you reaching this milestone or goal, manifesting in some way, your dreams. And it's a very positive card. It really shows that, you have the ability to attract what you need to prosper, possibly counting on the help of people around you. But it's really all about abundance and really seeing those concrete results, the abundance really manifesting here in the material world. Following that, so in the present position, and present is obviously, time is malleable here. We know that time is just a human construct. So whenever you hear this message, it's showing up with this page of fire energy, which would be, fire energy is wands. So this is the suit of wands or the suit of fire, which has to do with, again, work is associated with fire energy because it has to do with the daily things, those daily matters that we deal with, such as, the work that we do. But it also has to do with creativity, creative endeavors, possibly creative projects. And it's also our ambition, our drive, and our, sort of our fire and passion to go after those things. Okay. And pages are usually the bearers of messengers. As this is a court card, right? A page is a court card in the tarot. It could be an actual person that you're dealing with, right? You can see here, she's so pretty. The page she's represented as this little girl, because usually pages we think of as being very young energy, immature energy. This could be an actual person. If so, this would be generally a younger fire sign individual, not gender specific, male or female. So if it is, it would be a Leo or Aries or Sagittarius. Could be a child since it's a younger energy. This could be, possibly partnering up or something to do with a business endeavor, creative project with a child of your own, or if not, could be a younger sort of like teenager or early 20s. It's that type of energy. Or another interpretation of this card could be an actual bearer of news, right? Pages bring in messages. They are the bearer of news. So this could be you receiving news from this fire sign individual, or, it can also just be, the situation or something that's happening. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, or it could be you taking on this energy. But I feel like it's more, you receiving some type of news about something, right? Because the pages bring in news about a new project or news about a new idea. Since you had this ace with this new beginning, right? With this this strong sort of new beginning here, this could be news, something associated with that. And then, bouncing over to the other side of the page of fire, you have the ace of fire. So more news coming in. So more new beginnings coming in. So it seems like these, it's kind of all connected. I feel that and this is coming up in the future position. So this would be more towards the end of January, heading into February. So definitely it shows that there's a lot of new energy, right, surrounding the area of career, finance, possibly creative projects, possibly partnering up with other people to achieve, to manifest those things. But the fire, this ace of fire, it's very powerful energy. It's sort of spirit powered action. It's very inspired transformation, very inspired power, something coming in. Because aces are, if we think of in the traditional tarot, it's sort of that divinely blessed, it's that divine hand of the universe stretching out and offering these things to you. So you have, this divinely blessed earth offering on one side, and then the divinely blessed fire creative option or offering on the other side, with this news in the middle. And then with the 10 of water, the 10 of cups is your overall energy. Whatever whatever the new beginnings are, the new creative projects, and this could play out in so many different ways for the people watching, the video, for those of you watching. It's all surrounding, creative projects, work, possibly new jobs, possibly new business ventures, but whatever it is, there's ultimate happiness and fulfillment surrounding it. The 10 of water, this is your own energy, right? You are of the suit of water, which has to do with our feelings, our emotions, and how our feelings and emotions, push us through life and sort of affect our relationships, affect everything that we, interact with in the world. And the 10 is all about, it's the ultimate, it's the culmination of, so it's the ultimate happiness card, right? We know that with the 10s in the tarot, either they appear as sort of endings and new beginnings, or they appear as sort of the culmination of that suit, like the ultimate. So this 10 of cups is really, it's the ultimate happiness card, the ultimate happy families card, the ultimate, happily ever after card. So it's having your wishes come true, but it's just sort of the ultimate of that. It's more than just the 9 of cups, which is the, wish upon a star, having your wishes come true. This is really, it's really emotional fulfillment, like completely fulfilled. So whatever these new beginnings are here, and news coming in and new things happening for you, it seems as though, there's definitely divine orchestration at play, right? Definitely the universe sort of stepping in and bringing these things into you. But it's also, it's a definite sense of good fortune and being at peace, and all is right with the world, and everything is just, you're feeling very accomplished. You're very happy and satisfied with what you've accomplished. It's taken you a while to get there, and you're just very grateful for these blessings. So maybe these things, maybe it's been a long time coming. Maybe you've been working long and hard. Maybe this is these new beginnings here. Maybe you've been they have taken a while to come in, and might be something that you've really been waiting for, but there's nothing but new things and messages and positive news surrounding whatever these new beginnings are for you in the areas of career, of finance, of creative projects. And especially with these two fire energies here, it does definitely seem like, maybe the new beginning has something to do with you, sort of starting out on your own, doing something totally different. Maybe this is you kind of manifesting this new career or new creative sort of career, something a little out of the ordinary that maybe you have been wanting to do, and now is the right time for that. You see that the Page of Fire, she does have this full moon behind her, right? And we do have 2 full moons this month. So, and this is coming up, well, this is in the present position, but this could be tied to the full moon, either around the full moon at the beginning of January, even though this appears in the present, but it could be something linked to that, or the full moon at the, coming up at the end of the month, towards the end of the month, might have something, maybe the news will be coming in around the full moon, or the something happening around that time period. But it looks great. I couldn't have asked for a nicer reading here. So lots of new things, but very positive new things coming in that are going to bring you great happiness, great joy. So I love that. Now, the 2 oracle cards that came out. The one from the Life Purpose deck by Doreen Virtue is music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. And you have 2 cards that mention healing, which is kind of why it makes me think. Let me show you the other one. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. The second one that came out from the Sacred Traveler is Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. Which is, kind of what made me, and she also has, you see how she reminds me of like the High Priestess, right? And the Moon card, because she has see the crescent moon. So there might be something to do with the phases of the moon this month. Pay attention to those dates. Pay attention to news coming in, or new things happening around those dates with regards to your work and finance. But I do kind of get this message of something new, and possibly it does have to do with maybe music or healing, or using music for healing. Maybe this is something that for some of you you've been thinking about for a while and have always kind of wanted to branch out and get into that. Maybe it's something that you've done, more as a hobby, and you've never really taken it, seriously, or something that you could seriously do. But everything shows here that there are definite new beginnings. Maybe this Page of Fire, maybe this person, it could be partnering up with a fire sign individual to help you with that endeavor. It could be receiving news from this individual. But these 2 cards both have this sort of healing energy attached to them. And then you have the Ten of Water, which is, water energy, very, it's all about as well the psychic abilities. Besides feelings and emotions, the suit of water also deals with intuition and psychic abilities. So let me read you for the oracle cards. I like to give you the full description for each card. So the Mystic Healer card, first of all, this one says, let me just read what the card wants you to know. Here we go. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler steps off the path to search for the Mystic Healer. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself, and reminds you that you also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it's essential for healing to occur on the inner planes. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself, and trust that recovery is on the way. Past life issues may be emerging in order to be released. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that below the surface, all is well. So, this card does can have to do with, needing to find or needing to sort of transform, but from the inside out, and it also speaks of you being a healing force for others. Even though you might not be aware of it, you do have this, this healing energy flowing through you that you can offer to others. And maybe for some of you, it does come through music. So this card says, This card comes to you like a messenger angel, signaling the need for more music in your life. Music opens your soul to receiving divine guidance so that you'll confidently walk upon the pathway of your life purpose. Play whatever draws your interest and notice how each song affects your mood, body, and energy level. You're also called upon to create a personal connection with music for healing purposes. This may mean learning an instrument, writing a song, or taking singing lessons. Perhaps there's an instrument you once played that is calling to you again. You might incorporate music into your healing or teaching work, or you may find support and companionship by joining with others in a musical group or class. The Archangel Sandalphon helps and heals through music. Call upon him with this wonderful affirmation. Thank you for bringing music to and through me. You'll receive intuitive messages that deepen your healing connections via music. So that's interesting. So maybe for some of you watching this video, maybe this new opportunity has something to do with healing. Maybe this is a new type of business venture. Maybe it's in addition to, your traditional career for now. Maybe you'll have this new beginning, and if things go well, you can kind of develop it and maybe turn it into something that's more permanent for you, and if you are already in a full-time job, maybe you can, start backing off on that and focusing more on the other one. But there's definitely something to do with healing coming through here. So, and the cycles of the moon. The full moon's coming up this month, so do pay attention to that. Okay, let's move on to, let me move my camera around so that we can see everything. Hold on one second. Sorry for all the jiggling around. There we go. Okay. So we're looking at here these cards along the bottom. So for the love relationships portion of the reading, we have in the first position, so this is in the past position, card number 30, TikTok. This card has been coming out a lot in all of the readings for these mid-monthlies. In the middle position, so the present position, you have card number 41, Soulmates. And the future card, the outbound energy for the month of January, you have card number 8, the Tribe. And the card that was at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, you have card number 4, Higher Power. I know this is going to be very difficult to see on camera because it's a very faint card. It's very beautiful. The colors are, they're these sort of very light lilac and pink and very pale lemon. And there are faces, like there's the woman, and she has this keyhole, you see, in her forehead, like in the third eye position. But then there's another face kind of in the middle. I don't know if you can make that out. We'll get to the meaning. And then I'll go through the oracle cards as well. But starting off with this TikTok card in the past position. Now this card, obviously, like I was mentioning when I was talking about the ace cards, this reminds me of, sort of the ace, one of the aces, because we have the divine hand. You see the hands of the universe sort of handing you this gift or handing you this clock. So there's, what the card basically speaks of is divine timing for something. And since we're looking at love and relationships here, this could be that for some of you watching the video over the last couple of weeks or even going back into December, maybe you met somebody that could have been out of the blue. This could have been something that, looks very much like this sort of parachuting in unexpected, out of the blue. So this could have been a new relationship coming in. For those of you who were not actively, looking to get into a new relationship, it's important to remember that, there is a divine and appropriate time for everything, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Sometimes we may feel that, I'm not ready for a new relationship, or I'm not ready, for whatever reason. But the universe, usually when that happens, the universe steps in and says, well, now's the right time. Even if you think you're not ready, this person needs to come into your life at this particular time because there's a higher meaning for this, right? There's something deeper that has to do with this person coming into your life. And which brings us to the present card, which is the soulmates card. So for some of you, this new thing that came in, this divinely timed event or meeting, it seems that for some of you it could have to do with another person. And the soulmates card, it's always kind of tricky when the soulmates card appears, like in this deck or in the traditional tarot with the Two of Cups or the Lovers card. It's a difficult card to kind of explain sometimes, because people typically think of the soulmate card as a romantic partner, which oftentimes it is, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. We can have friends that are soulmates. We can have partners, like very sort of, if we're in a business with another person, we can have a soulmate that appears as a really wonderful partner for us. It's all about a harmonious relationship with that other person. And soulmates usually, with a soul contract, you enter into this contract with the other person in a previous, or like when you're not incarnate. So, you come into this life already sort of knowing that, or having agreed, your soul has agreed to be in this person's life to either teach them a lesson or to learn something from them. So, you can have many soulmates as you move through life. You can have a soulmate who is a very good friend and helps you through a difficult period in your life. You can have another soulmate who is your romantic partner, and you stay with them, for the remainder of your life. So it can be very different, but it's sort of love in the deepest sense of the word, right? And it's a very deep, harmonious connection with another person. Okay, so with this divinely timed event, and then the soulmate cards coming up, the card that comes as the outbound energy is the tribe. And this card also speaks of sort of soul connections, right? It has to do with community. It has to do with friendship and belonging and feeling that you are with that sort of tribe. But when we think of it, it doesn't necessarily have to be like our family, our parents or our brothers. I mean, your tribe can be many times people, like as more of a deep, like a soul kind of connection with those people in that group. So it's about, you finding other people that you can really share of yourself. You can, you enjoy spending time with them, and you just feel that, things kind of click. So with this soulmate card and then the tribe, I get a very strong feeling of a deep, kind of predestined, right, connection with another person. So this might have come in over the past couple of weeks, and if so, I mean, it looks like it was divinely timed, and there is a definite sense of feeling very at home with that person, right? You're feeling very connected to the person, and like you're at home with them. And then the overall energy for the last 2 weeks, you have higher power, which is card number 4. And this card, I mean, it speaks of, you being in, more in touch with, the higher power, the universe, spirit, really seeing that source energy, all things, or being committed, to this more spiritual, divine type of relationship. And so, if this is you in a relationship, it does seem that, there is a very deep, again, the same kind of message coming through. There's a very deep spiritual bond between you and another person. And that person really is meant to be in your life right now for your own growth, for your own spiritual evolution. It's, and I'm drawn to this keyhole here and like the shining light out of it. There is something, and there's another, that's what I was saying in the card. So there is this other person. It's like that person is it's part of you. This other person is meant to be there, to enlighten you, or for you to enlighten that person. There's a very spiritual connection here between you and this other person. And the two cards that came out as the oracle cards for the romance and relationships, you have card number 44. This is from the Whispers of Love, get to know each other. And from the Romance Angels, past life relationship, you have known each other before. So, I definitely feel that for some of you watching, and this, with this card in the past position, this doesn't necessarily have to be, over just the last couple of weeks you've met them. I mean, it could be. That's why I say for some of you, this might be, you've met this person recently, but for others, this could be, you have already met this person, you are in a relationship, and this is just kind of really confirming or deepening, the message here that, yes, this person is meant to be in your life, and there is a soul connection, and it's very spiritually, very divinely guided. And with these other two cards that came out, let me read you for the oracle card, the meanings. For the first one, the get to know each other, it says, the need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we will act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find that this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. And sometimes, especially when we're dealing with soulmates, that can be quite challenging, because sometimes, the soulmate relationship is kind of like we see ourselves in the other person. So, if the other person has or does things that are just sort of infuriating, or does, it's sometimes it's us seeing like ourselves in that person, and so it kind of, it reflects back on us, and we have to kind of look at it and be like, okay, so, what is it teaching us? Not to judge the person, be more accepting, be more open. So, this card does have to do with spending that time and really getting to know each other on a very deep level. And then the past life relationship says, the romance angel sent you this card to explain the relationships you've inquired about. You have some unfinished business in conjunction with a soulmate from a past lifetime. This may involve forgiving someone, a joint project, or learning personal lessons such as patience. Soulmates recognize each other instantly, and this feeling is often registered as a sense of romantic or sexual chemistry. The magnetism that draws two people together can surpass logic, because the purpose of the relationship is healing and learning. Whether or not your soulmate becomes your life partner, you'll experience personal and spiritual lessons and growth as a result. Past life regressions can also help you uncover the answers you seek. So interesting. I mean, there's definitely, very sort of a one-track message coming through with these cards. So, the message may not resonate for everybody, which is fine, which is why I say to, make sure that you take a look at not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and your rising sign, because maybe for some of you, these messages won't resonate this month, and maybe the messages in the other videos will. So that's why it's good to get a sort of an overview, a better overview of what's going on by watching all three, right? And then kind of comparing, and you might get, a part of your message from this video and part of it from the other. I mean, that happens sometimes. So, because this is a very specific message coming through in the love and relationships portion. So, it could be just for a specific group or small group of people watching. All right, well, I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you so much for joining me here. Please be on the lookout for the February general readings. I will be posting those around the end of January. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.